All right, today we're diving into something huge, the collision of artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency. And no, this isn't just some tech gimmick. We're talking about building a totally new kind of intelligence, one that's owned and run by us, the users, not just a handful of tech giants. So let's get started.
To really get your head around the scale of what's happening, just look at this number. $1.5 trillion. That's how much the world is projected to spend on AI in 2025 alone. This isn't just a trend, it's a full-blown economic revolution that's changing literally everything.
Okay, so that brings us to the big question, right? You've got these behemoths like Google and Microsoft pouring billions into AI. So where does the decentralized world of crypto even have a chance to play? Well, the answer is way bigger than you might think. It all comes down to who gets to own and control this incredibly powerful technology.
So, to make this all crystal clear, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build our own decentralized AI, right here, piece by piece. We'll start with the raw muscle, then we'll give it a brain, and finally we'll hook it all up to a nervous system. By the end of this, you'll see exactly how all these different projects are coming together to build something massive.
First things first. Every single AI needs an engine. It needs raw computational horsepower to think, to learn, and to actually do things. And in the decentralized world, this is where it all starts.
So what is decentralized compute? Well, think of it as the ultimate underdog story. You've got these giants, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, who basically have a monopoly on cloud computing. Decentralized networks are a direct challenge to that. They provide the processing power, especially the GPUs, which are the lifeblood of AI, to anyone.
You know, someone came up with the perfect analogy for this, the Airbnb for GPUs, and that perfectly describes a project like Render Network, or RNDR. It's a marketplace that connects people who need massive amounts of GPU power with a global network of people who have GPUs just sitting there, not doing much. This is a game changer. It means a small AI startup can suddenly tap into the kind of power that used to be reserved only for giant corporations.
And then you've got another heavy hitter in this space, Akash Network. They call themselves a supercloud, basically an open marketplace where you can buy and sell all sorts of computing resources, not just GPUs. And what's their big selling point? It's often way cheaper and much more resistant to censorship than the big guys.
Okay, so our machine has its engine. It's got the raw power. But an engine is useless without a brain, right? So now we need to give it some intelligence, the models and the data that are going to make our AI smart.
And the key phrase here is collective intelligence. See, instead of one company building one giant AI model in a secret lab, these projects create open markets. It's a place where different AI models and datasets can compete, but also collaborate to constantly make each other better.
Now, BitTensor might just be the most ambitious project in this entire category. Just try to wrap your head around this. It's a huge, decentralized network where thousands of specialized AI models all work together. Some are good at language, some are good at images, some are financial wizards. The network then actually rewards the models that provide the most value to the whole system. It's like a free market for intelligence itself.
Now, speaking of powerhouses, there was this massive development in 2024. 3 major projects, SingularityNet, Fetch.ai, and Ocean Protocol, decided to merge. They formed what they're calling the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, or ASI, and this move was all about creating a single dominant player that could cover the entire AI stack.
So how does this super team actually work? Well, it's pretty brilliant. First, you have Ocean Protocol, which creates a secure marketplace for data, the fuel for AI. Then, SingularityNet provides the marketplace for the AI algorithms themselves, the brains. And finally, Fetch.ai brings it all to life with autonomous agents that can take that data and those algorithms and go perform tasks out in the world. It's the whole shebang from start to finish.
All right, we've got our engine, we've got our brain. The last big piece of the puzzle is the nervous system. How does this thing talk to the outside world, especially the complex world of blockchains? How does it get the information it needs?
And this is where a project called The Graph, or GRT, comes in. It's often called the Google of blockchains, and for good reason. See, blockchains are treasure troves of data, but that data is a complete mess. It's incredibly hard to find what you're looking for. What the graph does is index and organize all of that data, making it super easy to search and use. So you might be thinking, okay, a data indexer, cool, but why is that so essential? Well, imagine one of those Fetch.ai agents we talked about. It needs to make a super fast trade on a decentralized exchange. To do that, it needs perfect, reliable data about prices and liquidity, like right now. The graph is the critical pipeline that delivers that clean, structured data, making complex on-chain AI actions even possible.
Okay, so we've built our decentralized AI from the ground up. We've got the compute, the intelligence, and the data network. Now let's step back and look at the entire map, your toolkit for this new and exciting landscape.
So here's a quick cheat sheet. You might want to screenshot this. It basically lays out the whole ecosystem we just built. You've got BitTensor leading the pack for AI models, the ASI Alliance tackling the full stack, Render and Akash providing that critical compute power, and the Graph acting as that essential data librarian. This is pretty much the core landscape right now.
And just to give you an idea of the money we're talking about here, the whole AI crypto sector was sitting somewhere between $20 and $27 billion in late 2025. Now, that sounds like a lot, right?
Please like and subscribe for more trading content, and then subscribe for more daily, weekly trading insights.